Welcome back to episode 9, everybody. So I haven't decided if I'm going to use the Game Freak Presents intro during every episode from now on, or just when I start a new recording block, because, spoiler alert, I record in blocks. I don't start a new episode every single time I record. So, I believe that we had beaten most of the trainers on the route just outside the daycare. Everybody's looking okay, so let's go beat up some other people like this police officer. Oh yeah. Oh, I hope our girl's not in front though. Forgot to check that. Just stared at HP bars. Oh, yeah, unfortunate. That thing's level is not great either. Luckily, that thing is steel type, so we don't need to worry too much about it. Sorry, I just turned down the volume on my computer because I had it set up high for another game that recently came out. Oh boy. This is gonna be real fun. Now, just keep remembering, we need to get flamethrower on this thing. This thing is gonna be useless until we have flamethrower. It'll also help once we have the stats up higher, just from the way the Gen 2 EVs worked. I was never really that familiar with how it worked, but I guess from something that I read a while back, essentially you can max out every single IV or EV when you battle enough stuff. Found out something interesting the other day. I just pressed the B button. That was the B button again. That was the start button, and that was the B button. So yeah, I have 2 start menu buttons, so that's fun. I'll probably just start training myself to use the B button option, because it is apparently the way that I don't accidentally pause my game when I fail to click a second time on the bumper that I use for the start. Yeah, so I guess clicking the start button once is actually a pause menu. See? It's paused. Paused? Alright, we're done with that. I'm just reminding myself of how things work. I'm sure eventually I'll be able to just kinda coast through it and know it right away, but for now, using a PS4 controller for a Game Boy game is a little bit disconcerting. Not in a bad way, just it's not intuitive as much as I would have thought that it would be. But I also don't want to use like a wrong controller scheme, because if I do that, then I feel like when I go to play actual games on my DS or my old Game Boys, then I might get something wrong. So we need the phone number of, because you know things about the department store. Thanks, Todd. Your name is Mia right now. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, you do you, bud, but you sure look like a Todd to me. It's got like a homey kind of quality to that noise, you know? It's just makes it feel good hearing that. Alright, let's check what we have in here. I'm gonna grab the second egg, and we're gonna do some egg hatching right now. So, Rigorel, you gotta take one for the team, dude. So, unfortunately, right now, in Gen 2, there are some things that don't exist, namely abilities. And among the abilities that don't exist is Flame Body. And Flame Body is great because it lets you hatch eggs twice as fast. Guess what we don't have because abilities don't exist? A Ninetales with Flame Body. Not that that's a thing anyway, I don't think. Pretty sure it's Flash, Fire, and Drought, and that's all. But essentially, we are stuck with the base usages, or the base steps for eggs in order to hatch them. So while we're hatching these eggs, we are going to talk about the channel and what I'm planning to do with it in the future. Alright, so now we got both eggs. Hopefully we get some good stuff. So I've decided to go ahead with, and even have created a playlist with 0 videos in it, of, I'm gonna go through with a playthrough of Final Fantasy. Not just any Final Fantasy. All of them. I'm gonna make a distinct playlist for every single game. And I'm gonna be playing the remakes for all the original ones, just because I actually own those. I'll probably do my recordings through ROMs just because it's easier for me to do that with emulation, and I'm not speedrunning, so I don't care about having legitimate times or anything. We're just gonna play through all of the Final Fantasy games over the course of however long that takes us, and that could be a good long while. I'm gonna try and play chronologically with release and also story. So what that means is we'll do Final Fantasy 1, and then we'll do Final Fantasy 2, and then Final Fantasy 3, and then we'll do 4, but then we're gonna jump to 4 the After Years, which I don't believe is chronological to 4. And then we'll do 5, which is a pretty good one. I really like it. Then we'll do 6, then 7. Sorry, no, actually we're gonna do Crisis Core, and then we're gonna do 7, and we'll probably do not the original 7. We'll probably do the remake that's gonna be coming out on what I believe it's coming out on the PS4 eventually. We'll probably do that just because it would be better graphically and also more current. So I know I've got a lot of old games kind of in store, but I also do really like some new ones. So wow, already? That was faster than I'm used to. Sure thing, dude. I'll keep the bike. He's only telling us that because he can't sell it anymore, since it's used. So, I know I just blew your mind. Your entire childhood just went down the drain. This free bike that you got because it was part of a marketing campaign that no longer can be sold. Just like when you go to a phone store, they're like, oh yeah, we can't sell you the display phones because they've already been, activated and all that. So, Final Fantasy, we'll do Crisis Core 7. I don't know if we'll do Dirge of Cerberus. I probably will end up doing it, but I don't own Dirge of Cerberus right now. So if we do that, then I will have to buy a real copy, which could be interesting, and I'll also I haven't decided if I'm going to use a PS2 emulator. I have the software loaded into my PC right now, but I don't have my BIOS files from my original PS2 because I'm having trouble finding the software to do that. Every website that I go to, when I download the file and I unzip the file, it says that it couldn't open it because it was damaged. and that's coming straight from the source that essentially built it. So I don't tend to trust websites beyond that, beyond the actual developers of the software. I know that you can get them in disk form, but I'm pretty sure you have to have the file online on your PC before that. And my PC actually doesn't have an optical drive because when I was building it, that was an oversight that I made. It was the only oversight that I made. I forgot to get an optical drive for it. And I don't have an external one that works with my Windows yet, and I don't want to deal with Boot Camp, so I don't have an external optical drive right now to make a disk anyway. So I would go the USB route if I could, just for the sake of spending less money, and that would be how we do Final Fantasy XII as well. So anyway, Final Fantasy VII would be done like that. So it would be Crisis Core, then 7, then Dirge of Cerberus. And then we do 8. I don't think that 8 has any sequels, but I'll look into that, and if it does, then we'll do those. Then we'll do 9, then we'll do 10, then we'll do 10-2, and I'll have to get a capture device. Ooh, here we go. I'll have to get a capture device that lets me connect to my PS4 because that's how I have Final Fantasy X. Ooh, interesting. I don't know that I hate that, actually. Yeah, so 10 and 10-2 will be done like that. 11's kind of up in the air. I don't know if I'll do 11, because it seems like 14 is sort of, to an extent, a clone of 11, with some differences, and I do have 14. So we will probably end up doing a new game of 14. Like right now I have 0 subscribers. As far as I know, no one's ever gonna see this video. But once we get there, if I have a decent following, I'll probably start 14 as a stream, and we'll do the character creation and stuff as a stream, and I'll be taking input, and I don't know, depending on how important donations are at the time, maybe donations will be an incentive for how the character gets created, or the name, or the class, or something. So 11's up in the air. 12 is my favorite Final Fantasy. I love it. I mean, I was 12 years old when it came out in America, so I played the hell out of that. Even though I sucked at it when I first started. My first game, I got into Barheim Passage and then got stuck because I was level 3, and I just so shit at video games that I literally couldn't beat the enemies in Barheim Passage at level 3. But then when I got a year older, I started a new game and I leveled up to level 10, and then after that I kind of figured stuff out and did it okay, and now I could probably go through Barheim Passage at level 1 and probably still be able to do things pretty well, other than the Mimic Queen fight. But so Final Fantasy XII will definitely be doing no matter what. That's actually the one that I'm most excited for. And then we'll jump into 13, and I'll have to buy 13.2 and Lightning Returns, and I'll probably buy them on the PC because Steam has that as an option. Sorry I keep stepping off the bike. I keep accidentally clicking the trigger just because my hand configuration that I use for PS controllers. So I'm just gonna point at my computer right now with my index finger so that I don't do that. So yeah, because 13, 13.2, and Lightning Returns are all on Steam, so I'll probably just buy them there. And that's probably how we're gonna do some of the other ones as well, because I a lot of the copies of Final Fantasy games that I own are Apple Store copies for the phone. That guy was an asshole, getting in our way. And so obviously the problem with having an iPhone store copy is I really don't want to go to the trouble of even figuring out how to game capture that. And I'm not sure that it's legal for me to use a ROM in that case anyway. I can't imagine why it wouldn't be. It's essentially a ROM in itself anyway. But I'm probably just going to bite the bullet and spend the money to get the copies on Steam. And that's how we'll do that for a lot of them. And then after 13, that's when we'll do the 14 stream thing, and I don't know how intense we're gonna get with 14. Like, I might just play like the storyline for the main game, and then not even go into the new expansion that's gonna be coming out. I think it's like Stormblood or something, and Heavensward. Partially because I'm kind of shit at Final Fantasy XIV. Like, I'm not a PC gamer, so using PC controls are kind of hard for me, just because of how used to consoles I am. But playing Final Fantasy XIV as a white mage, which is what I do because I really like the white mage class, and I don't like having to be super in the thick of it, being responsible for the damage. I'd rather be called out for not healing well than called out for not hitting something as many times as I'm supposed to or something. That's just the way that I prefer because I'm more casual. I know that's a little bit paradoxical because as a healer you kind of have to be aware of everything, but I do actually find it easier to be a healer than to be a tank or a DPS. So I will want to be going through Final Fantasy XIV as a white mage, but I understand if we do like incentives or something and people really want to do some other class, then we'll probably end up doing that other class, and I'll just have to suck it up and figure it out. So that's how we'll do. I don't know, 14's up in the air. It's a long time away from now. It's probably years down the road. There might even be 2 more expansions out by the time we do it. So that's 14, and then we'll do 15, and hopefully all the DLC will be out by then. We'll definitely do all that. I haven't decided if we'll do like side quests and stuff. I don't know, to just build up the characters a bit. At the time of recording this, Final Fantasy XV like just came out. Like, it's only been out for a couple of months. I actually haven't even beaten it yet. I'm probably pretty close, but I haven't actually beaten it yet, just because I got sidetracked by other stuff, and work is... I drive a lot to get to work. I'll leave it at that. Did we hatch the other one yet? No, okay. So that is how we will do 15. And as far as I know, 16 does not exist yet, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I don't know what that name is, but it's happening. We can change it though. So, that's how we're gonna do stuff. Oh, let's get the card here real quick. Alright, is there a Pokemon that appears only in the morning? There is. Is this statement correct? You can't buy a berry at a mart. It is. Does HM01 contain the move Flash? It does not. Is Faulkner the Violet gym leader who uses bird Pokemon? He is. Something about Charmander, right? Do Goldenrod Game Corner slots have Charmander on the reels? I don't know, but I'm gonna say yes. Yep. I knew it was about Charmander. Couldn't remember what it was. To be fair, I never play the slots, I just buy my coins. So it was yes, yes, no, yes, no? Yeah, I was right. Yes, yes, no, yes, no. I'm pretty sure there are some slots in Pokemon games that do have a Charmander on there. And it looks pretty cute. Alright, so now we got a radio card. Now we're out of here. There's no reason to go up there. We don't care. Now then, let's take a look at these guys. No items, obviously. Grass, poison, water. Not water, right? Oh, it's shiny! We hatched a shiny Pokemon, guys. That's not like something that I made more likely. I don't think you can do that. There's no option for that. We literally hatched a shiny. My god. Out of all the eggs that I've ever hatched, all the breeding that I've done of Litwicks and of Woopers and of Froakies and stuff, this Pokemon in Gen 2, where it's literally the hardest to get a shiny Pokemon, this is where we got the shiny Pokemon from hatching an egg. And I did it on camera. That's amazing. I love that. I kind of want to use it, in all honesty. Like, I'm gonna throw that into my 6th slot. Yeah, because it's not even weak to Dark type or Bug type, so I'm gonna hold on to that. That'll be good. Yeah, and it'll learn, like, does it have Aurora Beam? No, it doesn't. But it might learn some ice moves or something. And it does have a fighting move, so that's not bad. Although it itself is gonna be bad at using it because it's female. Sure, let's take Bill's number. Probably gonna delete that later. I'm not really sure why I took that. Okay, I thought that they gave you something or something of the sort. Okay. Let's go pick up Rigorel and drop off the Oddish. I'd kind of like to use the Oddish, but I'm not going to. We have too many things that we have. It doesn't work out in our team. Like, I don't like the way that it fits in the team, and I'm not planning to make this a super stally kind of thing, so yeah, grass type Pokemon, great for stalling, not great for playthroughs. Alright, so I will update our thing on the side there, our overlay, after this episode is over, which is going to be in like 5 minutes. So, let's go and do some coin case searching. Sorry, I'm having trouble deciding to do, and we do not want Rigorel in front. You have the soft sand, yes? Soft sand, yeah. Alright. You get the experience share. Yep. Okay. So I'm not sure if we'll actually make it to the coin case. I don't think we have any Pokemon that need to get haircuts either, so we'll save that for when we get the Eevee. We actually need to switch to Yanavi. Yeah, that was the right choice. Oh wow, that was a lot more effective than I was expecting. Must be just because it's 4 levels of difference. So yeah. I'm sorry that I like cough and clear my throat so much. I really don't know how to deal with it any other way. And I'm pretty sure you guys just heard my voice pretty much fail right before I cleared it. So I'm really sorry. If anyone has any editing tips for OBS on how to cut that out without straight up stopping my recording, I'd love to hear that. I'll probably actually look that up anyway on my own. Alright, so what was the numbers I gave? I think we wanted 20 and 18, so 20 for Rigorel, 18 for everything else. This thing is going to be a pain. We might actually have to switch out to Dentalist. And a shiny Shellder. You know what? When I was downloading assets for that overlay, I totally skipped out on downloading the shiny versions of the sprites. Because I was like, there's no way I'll run into a shiny that I'm actually gonna catch. There's absolutely no way that's gonna happen. I'm not too upset about it though. I think it's pretty awesome that we hatched a shiny. Alright, what are we at? 27? Let's see. This is better training. I think that spinner got stuck. I think he's a spinner, right? Cristiano. It's a pretty epic name. Oh! So shiny. I'm sorry, what was it? Laffy. Dentalist. Get out there. Do your stuff. Get thunderbolted, but don't. Oh, thunder. Oh, wow. I could have sworn that I set up this game to give leveled strength to the moves. So like you would grab Thunder Shock and then Thunderbolt and then Thunder. And not the opposite of that. Analyst. Huh. There's a lot of hidden stuff in this game, or maybe it's I guess it could have been added in by the randomizer, since they're messing with the code anyway. Oh man, it's this guy. Let's see, where's the coin case? I think it's down there, isn't it? Yeah, so we'll go down this hallway, and then if that's not where it is, if it's further up, then we'll, well, then we basically did all these battles for nothing, because we could have gone the other way, because there are 2 entrances. It's level 8. Wow, we're gonna... Dizzy Punch is normal type? Could have sworn Dizzy Punch was fighting. I'm gonna charm it. Okay, so unless it crits right now, we should be fine. Yeah. Now we'll potion, because that is the perfect time for it. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the other guys being underleveled, just because we're gonna have our entire team pretty much like within 5 levels of each other. It's not super effective because we're not ice type right now. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not too worried about things being underleveled. I think that we'll pretty much be okay no matter what we do, as long as things are floating around the same level, or like maybe just 1 or 2 below whatever we're fighting. So we should be okay no matter what. We're gonna stay in to get the experience, and then we will switch out. Jiyuren, it's gotta be Jiyuren, because if that thing has Bite or Crunch, which it probably doesn't. Oh. Interesting. I don't think we've missed a high jump kick yet. It's pretty impressive. I think I've only used it like 2 or 3 times, but still. We're staying in for that. Okay, I thought that would be super effective since it's ice type. But I guess the things that happened last episode led me astray in my beliefs. But now we know. Self-correcting. Alright, now Jiyuren's caught up. Nope, no haze. Alright, and that guy's already at level 10, so it's turning out pretty good. A Jinx. Battle of the Ice Types. That's what this is gonna turn into. Dude, the shiny animation for Gen 2 was just amazing. So cool. Just the glaring shininess of it. Okay, so we can't get frozen because we're ice type. I don't think. We're just gonna crunch. I'm not gonna beg the miss, because we're also gonna lose half of our health if we do that. Alright, so there's that. And now we're at 35 minutes or so, just about, so... Oh, yeah, it wasn't down here. Oops. Alright. Well, it's up there. We're just gonna stop here. So next time we'll grab the coin case. And the only reason that we care about the coin case is, every now and then, it's supposed to be on Thursdays, but certain things have not been happening in this emulator, so maybe it won't even happen. There's supposed to be a guy right outside the game corner that will teach your Pokemon Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, and Ice Beam, which happen to be my favorite moves of those types. So I'd like to have those on any Pokemon that can learn them, which is technically all of them, but I'm not going to do that. I'm only going to give it to Pokemon that it makes sense on. So, that's that. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more content like this. Please check the links below for my Twitch channel and also my Game Wisp. I've been pretty inactive on Twitch. The reason is just I've been kind of swamped with work, and I was kind of sick, so I'm gonna start streaming more stuff. I'll probably hammer out a real schedule for it pretty soon. Game Wisp, I don't expect anyone to donate. I don't ask anyone to do that. It's there if you think I've earned it, and that's all it is. So have a great day. Please drive safe or travel safely, and take care.